Hi, this is Ramu, Associate Professor, Department of CSC, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. In last class, we have seen constructors and destructors, right? How to allocate a memory by using constructors and how to deallocate a memory using destructors. In this class, we are going to see inheritance. The purpose of the inheritance is reusability. The main purpose of the inheritance is reusability. For example, if you consider the parents, right? So you may have acquired some features from your parents, right? It's the reusability. The same kind of future is applied in the object-oriented concept. It is one of the pillar of object-oriented programming paradigm, right? Simply how to acquire some properties of your parents. That is the main purpose of the inheritance. See, inheritance enables to define a class that takes the functionalities from the parent class and allows you to add more, right? The functionalities which used in the parent, as well as you can add extra functionalities also, right? Means parent plus extra functionalities. This is a possibility with the inheritance. The purpose of the inheritance is reusability, to reducing the time. No need to write the same kind of functionalities already available in the variables or characteristics. Suppose 10 characteristics are available in the parent, and only the two extra you need to add in the child, right? The 10 is required and extra 2 are required in the child. Then you can add only two. For example, if you consider the parent has a 10 characteristics, right? 10 characteristics, and child has 12 characteristics, including 8 is already in the parent class. Then you simply inherit parent to child. You can use 8 characteristics and add 2 extra. 4 extra. That's all. No need to write each and every characteristic, means the variables which used in the parent. Directly you can use. No need to define here. I will explain through the editor how it will work. Right? This is the purpose of the inheritance. The main purpose is reusability. For example, in the interview point of view, someone asked what is the purpose of inheritance, means the reusability. When you perform a reusability, then by default you reduce in the time. Okay, that is the purpose of the reusability. This is an example syntax of how we are going to create an inheritance. See, this is the base class, this is the class 1, and this is the class 2, right? Suppose if you want to inherit the base class to subclass, then you should use the syntax. See, in the brackets you should write a parent class. Parent class means this is the parent class, right? That is why I wrote base class in brackets. Then by default, the derived class is treated as a base class is a parent class. The which are available in the parent, all are is mine, because child is able to access all the accessories on all the features of the parent. I mean what is called access anything in a home, right? So like that. But please note this, the base class don't have permissions to access the child properties. Only it is from the top to bottom. You don't have a permission from the bottom to top. Right? The base class means parent is already created, right? The features which are acquired by the you is possible, but the parents doesn't acquire features from you. That is the generality, right? The same thing applied in the OOPS paradigm also. You have a permission to access from the parent, but the parent doesn't have a permission to access from the child. Right? Is this clear? Let us see one example. See, class A and class B. See, class A, he is created a one constructor. We already seen in the last class, right? This is a constructor. When a constructor executes, when an object creates, it executes this one. Right? After that, he created a this as in a function, right? So self. Please note this, a small mistake is there. All methods is available in the class. It should be have a self, right? We will see. And suppose if you want to inherit, you should use in the brackets, the base class. And you have created a one more constructor for the base class, derived class, and you're going to call that super constructor, means the parent constructor, by using a dot instant init of self. When you create an object here for the which class? Base class B. Base class B. Then by default, it calls these two. And a dot dis. This is not available in the B class, right? Display function is not available here. Still it will call because the function is available in the parent class. The function is available in the parent class. That is the reason it doesn't generate any error. It doesn't generate any error. Reason is display. I mean, display is the function, right? Display function is not available in the child class, but it is available at the, when it is available at the parent class. That is the reason. That is the reason. Right? It is inherited, right? It is inherited. That is the reason it doesn't generate any error. Is this clear? This is the way you are going to create an inheritance. Reusability means the display function is accessed here without writing again. So writing again. Right? Is this clear? This one is a simple inheritance. Method overriding. Method overriding means if you want to write the same method in the superclass and as well as subclass, then it is called as a method overriding. Method overloading and method overriding. The same function name and different arguments, then it is called as a method overloading. Same function name and same number of arguments you can write in the base class, parent class as well as a subclass, then it is called as a method overriding. So it is called as a polymorphism also. Polymorphism. Right? Polymorphism. There are two types. Polymorphism, two types. Method overloading. Method overloading. First one is a method overloading and second one is a method overriding. Method overloading means same function name with different arguments. Same function name with different arguments. Then it is called as a method override. Method overriding means overloading. Method overriding means same function name and same number of arguments in the superclass, I mean parent class as well as a subclass. Then it is called as a method overriding. Then see, is instance is a method. Is instance is a method. It is going to tell the particular object is related to the particular class or not. Is instance, right? Is subclass. Is subclass. So A is a subclass of B. A is a subclass of B. We'll see in the editor how it will work. How it will work. Right? And next thing is multiple inheritance. In the last example, you have seen have created we have inherited from A to B, right? But here, if you want to inherit from the two parents, means two or more classes are there, then how we are going to inherit? By using, this is the way, base 1 comma base 2. Like that, you can create, you can inherit n classes. N classes. Right? But please note this, Java doesn't support multiple inheritance. If you want to achieve the multiple inheritance, you should go to the interfaces, right? So we'll see an example. We'll see an example in the editor for this multiple inheritance also. Right? Is this clear? Multiple means multiple classes you are going to inherit into the single class. Means this is the way. This is the class A, class B are inherited to the class C. Means class C can access the class A data as well as the class B data also. Class A data and class B data also. That is the purpose. Is this clear? And multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance means the chaining. This is a chaining process. See, you can also inherit from the derived class. Derived class. This is the called as a multi-level inheritance. It is a simply depth, right? See, base class is the derived class. From derived class, again you can do into another derived. It is a chaining process. It is a chaining process. It's chaining process. See, let us see one by one. Let us see one by one. For example, here I am going to create a class A. Class A, right? So def of init self, right? Self print. So I am from A, right? This constructor from A. Next, class B. So same thing I'm going to write here also. Here, class B, right? For example, if you create an object B equal to B, right? If you create an object, what is the output? No, simple. It is B as the answer. B is the answer. For example, if I inherit A, then see what is the output here? B, right? For example, if you want to access this one, A dot init, then see A and B, right? Now you have inherited, right? And I'm going to write one more function here. This is the function display. Display, you should be self, right? Because it is a instant. It's an instance variable, instance method, instantiate method, right? Object method, simply called as it is an object method. Print hi. Then see, if you run this code, still it is showing the same thing, but when you call here b dot display, see hi. If you observe clearly, the display method is not available in the B class. For example, if you not inherited the same thing, then see what is the output? A and B. See, B object has not attribute of display. Not attribute of display. That is the reason. The purpose of the inheritance is reusability. It is going to reuse the same characteristics. Right? This is clear? Yes. That is the purpose of the inheritance. So even not, suppose for example, you can take here name is a hi, right? Variables also is possible, right? B dot name. Then see. Oh, hi, small I, right? This is clear? This is the way you are going to create a inheritance, right? And now I'm going to check what is instance, right? Is instance method, right? Is instance. So what is the method? B comma B. Then see what it will return. True, right? It is the reason. True. It's true only, right? For example, here I wrote a hi. Then you can see what is the output. It is a false, right? But it is an object of str. Then see. True. Is instance. Please note this. Please note on your book. Instance is a method that is going to check the particular object is related to the class or not. Is instance. Right? As well as is subclass. Is subclass. Is subclass. A comma B. Yeah, maybe naming error. Oh, I wrote wrong here. Yes. False, right? A is not a B subclass. See, B is a subclass of A. B is a subclass of A, but A is not a subclass of B, right? The first you need to pause the B. B is a subclass of A, but not A is a subclass of B. That is why it written false in the earlier. Is this clear? Is instance as well as the is subclass. Is subclass. These are the two other predefined methods. Two are the predefined methods. Is this clear? Now we'll see multiple inheritance. We'll see multiple inheritance. For example, if you write like this, same A and B. A and B. Two are there, right? Oh, sorry. This one is, I consider as C. A and C. And here I'm going to take C. A and C. Right? B is inheriting. So what I wrote here, observe carefully. So A is a class is there, and C is a class is there, and B. What I'm going to do, I'm going to read these two things to the B. Right? Let us create an object. B equal to just run it. A and B, right? A and B, because here I call that A, right? Then if you write C here, and here also I need to change, right? This is C. Then C. It is C and B. C and B. But I have one doubt. B dot display. B dot display. For example, if you use a B dot display, this is high from C, right? High from C, and this is high from A, right? Then see what is the output here? High from A. Why I got high from A? For example, here I wrote C and A, C. What is the output here? High from C. Please note this. It is going to give the first preference to the first class which you passed here. Which you passed. In multiple inheritance, the based on the order. So if you pass the first, this one means C is a high priority. C is a high priority. Next A. Right? So like this, 1, 2, 3, 4 means the first priority, second priority, third priority, fourth. First, the interpreter is going to check in the particular class. If it is available, then it retrieves from the particular class. If it is not available, then it goes to here. See, the same output, the same program. For example, here display 1 is there. If you call the display 1 is not available in the C class, right? First it is going to check in the C class. Display 1 is not available. Then it goes to the next class. Is this clear? Is this clear? Why I have received class C in earlier means the reason, only one reason. Based on the passing arguments. Based on the passing arguments. This is called as a multiple. This is called as a multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means two classes are going to incorporate into the B class. Two classes are incorporated into the B class. Right? Is this clear? This is called as a multiple inheritance. Now we'll see multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. See, the same thing. Multi-level inheritance. So A to C, C to B. This is the multi-level inheritance. This is the multi-level inheritance. Is this clear? See, here what I wrote, A class is there and C class is there and B class is there. What I'm going to do? I'm going to retrieving like this. See, if you run this code, what is the output? High C. Why it is high C? Means what is the immediate parent? What is the immediate parent of C? B is C only, right? C only. If it is not available here, then it goes to class C. Then after that, it is not available here also. Here also display 2 is there. Then what happened? It is going to return an error. Right? Is this clear? Please note this. It is only hierarchy. First, it is going to immediate parent. It is not available. It goes to grandparent. So like that, it's going to check the last class. If it is not available, simply it is going to return an error. The particular method, the particular data is not available. If it is available, it simply retrieves the data. Only hierarchy it will follow. Is this clear? Is a multi-level. It is called as a multi-level inheritance. Simple inheritance, multiple inheritance, multi-level inheritance. The purpose of the inheritance is reusability. You're going to use the same data, the child class also. Child characteristics. Parent characteristics is going to inherit to the child. It is called as an inheritance. The purpose of the inheritance is the reusability. Right? Is this clear? And the tutorial class we have seen the syntax of the inheritance, right? And as well as that how to use the inheritance, instance and subclasses, and multiple and as well as the multi-level inheritance. Please note this. So try to practice the various problems. Then only you'll understand. Okay. So simply watching the videos, you didn't understand anything. You didn't get the anything also. Okay. Try to practice in the editor and try to apply the various combinations. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.